Tough decisions. So now you've got your real estate license and you don't know what to do. Do you join a team? Do you join a brokerage? What's the best step? What's best for everyone? You know what? The answer is, it depends on the agent. Depends on what you're looking for. There's pros and cons to either one. If you go join a brokerage as a single agent, typically they're gonna have a very good training program. They'll kind of get you up and going. But one of the things you're gonna probably have issues with right off the bat, if you don't have a very big, strong SOI. SOI stands for Sphere of Influence. That means your friends. If you don't have a big, long list of friends, like if you just relocated to a certain area, right, and you got your real estate license and you're ready to go do it, but you have no one to talk to and no one to sell homes to, then a real estate team may be a better bet for you, because typically they have a flow of leads, potential buyers and sellers, that are coming into them on a regular basis. So today we're going to talk about a few things that you need to look at before you join a team or join a brokerage, figuring out which one's the best for you.
Hey y'all, come look at this.
One of the advantages of joining a team versus a brokerage is mentorship. Typically, a team's going to have a team leader and some other experienced agents on the team that are willing to help you, right? Help you as a brand new agent. You go into a brokerage, sometimes they just have the broker. That's it. So is that broker gonna have time to help you on an individual level work through a transaction or find out where your next deal is coming from? That's very unlikely. Another great reason to join a real estate team versus a brokerage is shared, if not fully covered, expenses. It costs a lot to get into real estate, right? To get your license, get going, get everything going. Now all of a sudden you got your license and you don't know where your business is gonna come from. Joining a team puts a lot of that burden on the team leader or the team owner, right? It's their job to pay for the marketing. It's their job to pay for the staff that's gonna help. It's their job to pay for all the CRM, the systems and everything. So all of the risk is on the team leader, not necessarily on you, the agent who's on the team. Another advantage of being on a real estate team is accountability, right? Typically a team leader is gonna have some accountability put into place to make sure that you're hitting your standards, your daily tasks you need to do in order to receive and get leads or achieve the goal or the income that you desire. You go to a brokerage, that broker is not necessarily gonna be saying, hey John, how much money do you wanna make? Now these are the things you need to do to make X, Y, and Z. They're just kind of there to, let you come in and hang your license there and give you some training and kind of tell you good luck. Another reason to join a team is greater flexibility. Now some would say, no, you're not gonna be flexible. That team leader is gonna be, grinding, making you do this, making you do that. No, you're gonna have greater flexibility because if you're a single agent on your own in a brokerage, what happens when you wanna go out of town? What happens if you got a buyer coming to town to look at houses and you've already got a family trip to Disney planned? Huh? What are you gonna do then? You're on a team, you can rely on one of your team members to maybe take that buyer out for you. And guess what? When they go out of town, you reciprocate, you take their buyer out. So having the flexibility of having a team allows you to potentially be in two places at one time, enjoying a vacation in Disney while selling a home in Niceville. Another reason to join a team would be personal development opportunities. A lot of team leaders are typically coached by someone else, right, outside of the organization, so they're able to bring that knowledge back and give it to their agents that are on their team. And if you're at a brokerage, typically you're just gonna get the boilerplate stuff from the franchise that everybody's getting. It's been doing the same shit since 1984, right? It hasn't developed and changed. But a motivated, inspirational team leader is bringing back cutting edge technology and things that they're learning in the masterminds that they're a part of that they can pass along to their agents. Another reason to join a team versus a brokerage is motivation. If you're an agent that knows you may need a little kick in the ass every now and then, a reason to stay motivated, when you're on a team, there's not really a competition, but it's a healthy competition, right? So when an agent's excited about somebody else on the team putting something under contract, but it also gives them that little bit like, oh, I better get out and do one, right? Like it provides a unwritten, self-internalized motivation to get out and do better when you see other people that are part of your collective group succeeding. Being on a team can also provide you a better work-life balance. Knowing that you can have time off because you've got a team behind you, or in some other cases, you've got a support staff that can help support you, right? For our team, for example, an agent puts a house under contract, our TCs help with all the paperwork between contract and closing. That way the agent's not bottlenecked and having to do all the things that have to do with the entire transaction. You know, some brokerages have TCs, but most of them are just there for the compliance. They're not there to actually help take some of the workload off you. They're just there to make sure that you got your seller to sign line 32 and get their initials at the bottom of number 22. They're not actually gonna take it and send it out and get it done for you. They're just gonna tell you you need to do it. Another reason to join a team versus a brokerage is, believe it or not, increased earning potential. Agents on a team can technically probably close more deals than an individual agent working on their own without an assistant or a TC, because when agents on a team are able to hand the transaction paperwork off once they go under contract, that allows them two things. One, go make more money if they want to, or B, take some time off and relax a little bit. You have the choice. But if you're a single agent in a brokerage, you're doing all the things all the time that take away from the opportunity to be out helping buyers and sellers. And probably the biggest naysayers out there are gonna say, you're gonna make less money on a team because of the splits. Well, guess what? You're gonna have less expenses because that team leader is taking on the burden of the cost of the leads, the cost of the people, the cost of the building, the cost of all the things. All the risk is removed from you. All you have to do is do the work. Let's be real though, being on a team is not for everyone. If you are a super individualist, you want to be in control all of your time and make your own decisions, and I'm going to do it this way, I want to do it that way, and you don't want to go with the grain. A lot of times teams may not be for you, right? Because you may be throwing a cog in the wheel. Like, for example, our team, we have a well-oiled machine. And what we find issues with our team is typically when we have agents that are want to do it their way, the little. In closing, a real estate team may not be for you, but it just might be the right place for you if you're looking for a collaborative, supportive environment that will help you grow your real estate sales. A real estate team is not for you if you're looking for individuality. You want to go out and do it your way and not really follow the systems and everything else that's been put in place. Put in place by the team leader that is tried and true method of closing more sales.